The story of Alatis. Long ago, in a quiet Yoruba village, there lived a man called Alatis. He was known as a hard-working man, blessed with 3 wives. 2 of them had already given him children, but the youngest wife remained childless. Yet Alatis carried 2 heavy burdens. For more than 20 years, his eyes had been covered with darkness. He was blind. And in recent times, his body had failed him too. He had become impotent, unable to father another child. Though his spirit was kind, sorrow followed him everywhere. His wives pitied him, but they too carried their own secret pain. For blindness and impotence are afflictions that weigh down the whole household. One afternoon, Alatis was seated quietly in front of his compound, resting his weak body. Suddenly, a dove flew down in haste, its wings trembling with fear, and hid under his flowing garment. Not long after, a hawk descended from the sky, fierce and sharp-eyed, landing directly before Alatis. The hawk cried out, "Old man, chase out that dove hiding under your cloth. It is mine to eat. Do not deny me my food." From beneath his garment, the dove spoke in a soft, trembling voice. "Alatis, have mercy. Protect me from this hawk, and I will reward you. If you spare my life, I will heal you of your impotence, so your strength will return, and your wife may yet bear a child." At this the hawk laughed and said, "Empty promises. Old man, if you drive out the dove, I shall cure your blindness. For 20 years you have lived in darkness, stumbling like a stranger in your own home. Give me the dove, and I will open your eyes to the sun once more." Alatis was troubled. On one side was the dove, offering to restore his manhood. On the other, the hawk, offering to restore his sight. Which should he choose? Confused, he called for his wives. The 2 elder wives urged him to give up the dove. "Choose your eyes, Baba. Sight is life itself. With eyes, you can see your children, your farm, and the world again. What use is manhood to an old blind man?" But the youngest wife, who had no child, cried out in tears, "Husband, do not betray the dove. If your manhood returns, I can give you a child and our family will be complete. Sight is good, but a lineage is greater." Now Alatis was torn apart. He remembered an old proverb, "In the moment of decision, the heart must judge." After thanking his wives, he asked them to leave. Alone, he turned to the hawk. "If I give you something else to eat, will you spare the dove?" The hawk flapped its wings and said, "Yes." At once, Alatis sent his son to the market. The boy returned with a fat chicken. Alatis offered the chicken to the hawk, who tore into it greedily. When it had eaten its fill, the hawk struck Alatis's eyes with its powerful wings. Instantly, light burst into his world again. After 20 years, he could see. The hawk, satisfied, flew away. Then the dove came out from under his garment. With gentle eyes it looked at him and said, "You showed mercy when you could have chosen betrayal. A man who spares the weak has spared himself. Now take my gift." The dove fluttered its wings upon him, and immediately his impotence was gone. Strength returned to his body, and his manhood was restored. Then the dove too flew away into the forest. From that day, Alates was no longer known as the blind, impotent man. He became a living testimony in the village that miracles come to those who wait with patience and wisdom.